YouTube, it's Bandit Twin or Erica again. I am here for a response video to Pete, who left a comment on my first video on Wednesday. Okay, sorry about the lighting. I'm in my bedroom again, and it is gorgeous outside today for a November day in Minnesota. And so I have these huge grand windows, and so the light's really coming in. Anyway, okay, so Pete, answer some of your questions that you had. You asked me about if I changed my diet after the injury and when I could not exercise. And to be completely honest, no, I did not change my diet at all. I was still living and eating in the maintenance phase. And even though I was gaining weight, I also had a little 2-week like meltdown, breakdown, so to speak. I was depressed and angry and frustrated with my knee and hip injuries that I normally turn to exercise when I'm stressed and frustrated, and I couldn't exercise, so I turned to food again like I used to do years ago. And so and that was awful. I was so sick for 2 weeks because I normally don't eat a lot of sugars or carbs or any processed foods, and I was eating them like it was no tomorrow. And I realized after 2 weeks of doing that, I was just so sick I couldn't do it anymore, and realized it was not solving my problem. And so I had to, buck up and face my issue of my injury and no fitness. But no, I did not change anything. As for my proteins and carbs, I've always been in a high protein, program. I don't want to say program, but that's what I've always been, trying to get higher protein and lower carbs, but not low carbs. I need to get fiber, and carbs are actually really good for your brain. And so, with these people who go on these 110, 20 grams of protein to 20 grams of carbs, it is not probably, it's okay maybe for a little while, but my doctor does not recommend low carbs. So I've never really had that kind of program. I've always kept my carbs, my net carbs, between 60 and 75. And then my, my normal carb, I don't know. So that's what I usually do. And I try to get 25 to 30 grams of fiber in a day. And I've been normally doing that, and it worked for me. It's been great. But because I wasn't exercising, I was living in the maintenance phase. My maintenance range for almost 3 years, I basically ate between 1,200 and 1,500 calories a day, closer to 1,500 calories, to be honest with you. And I probably ate on point 70% of the time. And 30% of the time I had extra treats or a little bigger portion than I should have had. But with the fitness, my fitness was 4 days to 6 days a week, depending on my stress level. It was normally 4 days a week. And then there were days where I had to go an extra day or two because I just wanted and needed the gym. But now during the injury phase, since, I think with eating 70% good and 30%, off plan during my maintenance 2.5 years, and with the 4 days of exercise, it kept me right level where I was for a year and a half. I stayed at my maintenance range, and it was great. But once I stopped exercising and I did not change my eating, within 6 weeks, I gained 1 pound a week. So I gained 6 pounds in 6 weeks. Yeah, it was that fast. So I don't know how to tweak my diet without doing fitness at this point, except for completely being 100% perfect and not letting anything, just staying right on track. But now I'm allowed to do fitness, and I'm doing fitness 4 days a week right now. And so, and I'm only allowed 30 minutes of cardio. And I continue my physical therapy, stretching, but I don't count that as exercise or fitness. It's not stretching, but they're movements for my hip and my legs. Need to get stronger. So anyway, and now I'm also strength training upper body. My physical therapist and doctor does not want me to do any strength training, squats, lunges, anything to do with my hip or knee right now. So I am starting to do work on my arms and my chest and my back again. So yeah, so that's really what happened to me. I know when I went for my skin removal surgery consult and everything, we talked about being off of fitness for 6 to 8 weeks or longer. And that doctor told me that it's almost inevitable to gain weight because I'd be so swollen for a long time. So you're going to gain a lot of water weight. And for somebody who was doing fitness 6 days a week, and I was running 6 days a week, he said, that not to be shocked if I saw some weight gain. And he did advise me to cut down on my fitness a month before the surgery to maybe 2 days a week. And, he said maybe even 6 weeks before surgery, start with, if I was doing 5-6 days a week, he told me to cut it down to 4 days, then the next week 3 days, or the next week 2 days, 2 days, and 2 days before surgery. That way my body is not totally in shock from going from 6 days a week of fitness to 0. So I don't know if your doctor recommended that, but he recommended that to me, Pete. Sorry, I'm on a slant here. I'm like laying on my bed. Anyway, so yeah, so that is was my recommendation when I go for surgery. I'm still planning on surgery, but it's probably going to be in 2 years from now, maybe 3. But I want to get back down to my goal weight. So I am terrified to see the scale on Saturday. I'm not going to lie. It'll probably be a car video, you guys, because I have to leave at 6 o'clock in the morning and I won't be home till late at night. And I'm traveling all day on Saturday. So I will get up at 5 o'clock. I will get, up and moving and weigh in and get that video out to you guys. I'm asking and begging for your support again. I need you guys more than ever. I actually woke up crying this morning because the fear of doing this program again, not program, but getting back into the weight loss journey part of it rather than maintenance has just terrified me. I'm more terrified now than I was when I had the lap band surgery done almost 4 years ago. Because I'm terrified I'm not going to be able to get this regain off. And I'm scared. I'm going to be recording everything I put into my mouth, and I'm going to be recording all my fitness, and then I'm going to do that for 3 weeks. I might do it all the way through the new year, and then get an appointment with I have a new doctor, my doctor of almost 4 years, not my surgeon, but my other doctor who's taken care of me this whole time has left the practice and has moved on. And so there is a new one, and so I will be meeting her in January. So if I'm not able to lose anything or my progress is really slow and I'm doing everything right, I will make an appointment with my nutritionist, and I'll make an appointment with I have an appointment with my new surgeon-like doctor, lap band doctor, in January. So maybe I might need a slight fill, but I'm terrified of that too, because I haven't PB'd in a year and a half. I've been doing so well, and I'm scared to go back to that. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, this video was supposed to be short. It has turned out to be almost 10 minutes, Pete. I am so sorry. Anyway, if you have any more questions, let me know. I will try to do my best to answer anything for you. And congratulations on your skin removal coming up. You look fantastic. You are amazing. I keep teasing my husband, telling him I am going to go move in with Pete, and I will be back in a year after I build some muscle when he teaches me how. Anyway, Pete, you amaze me. I am like your biggest fan. You just, you're just amazing. Take care, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.